Hi, this is Dr. Ed Glazer from SoleSupports Incorporated. I'm the founder and CEO, and I'm honored to be here at the World Congress 2016 in Montreal. What I've done is brought physics and engineering principles to the foot. When I came along, arch supports were fairly flat and tried to control the foot by tilting the ground in or out a few degrees. The truth is, why would you allow the foot to drop halfway before even starting to control it? And most orthotics are arch-filled, so it drops almost completely before you start to control it. So all you're really doing with most orthotic devices is allowing the foot to drop down. At the end of the range of motion, you hit the orthotic and you act as a bumper. In essence, dampen the impact of pronation itself. So I took a fresh look at biomechanics and realized that a foot orthotic is nothing but a plastic leaf spring. That's all it is. And if you're trying to control this motion, you have basically three things to think about. How high do you want to start? So we start at the beginning of the range of motion instead of the end. There's no way to control a motion after it's already happened. We start at the beginning and then go a little further by evenly compressing the soft tissues. So now we have an orthotic that's the actual shape of the foot with the soft tissues evenly compressed in the highest arch a person can tolerate with the heel and forefoot on the ground. The hardest question to answer is, how much force should an orthotic apply to the human body? In other words, should an orthotic be rigid or flexible? The answer is Newton's third law. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So we measure the downward force of the human body, and I invented a device that measures the upward force of the orthotic. And we simply match them. When you match the downward and upward forces, you actually resist pronation and you act as a spring. So instead of being a bumper on a car, we're the brake, slowing down the motion, and then the memory brings it back up. The result is we're able to make a truly functional change, a kinematic change in the gait cycle, where no one else is even attempting that anymore. Most orthotics allow the foot to drop and then use a series of lumps and bumps and tilts and skives and grooves and flanges to herd the tissue stresses at the end of its range of motion around the bottom of the foot. All that does is mask symptoms. That wasn't enough for me. I wanted to change the way people walked for the better. The result? This year, the Super Bowl team had almost every player in our product. The NCAA champion team this year and 5 of the last 7 years had every player in our product. The U.S. Special Forces gave us the 25 worst cases of foot pain. People that had tried everything and had suffered over 15 years with the kind of pain you wouldn't even walk. And they get up every morning, strap an 80-pound pack on, and begin their day by marching 12 miles. They had tried every single treatment known to man. We cured them all. So how can we achieve these results? Because we're making a positive, significant kinematic change, a change in the way the foot functions and moves. And you don't need $500,000 in lab equipment to see it. You could see it with the naked eye. People change their angle of gait from out to straight in a matter of months. Diagnoses reverse, not simply. Many labs claim that the diagnoses may slow down their progression. We reverse them. This is a quantum leap. Randomized controlled clinical trials at Georgia State University put us 61% better than the best orthotic ever tested. That's a quantum leap in function. At SoleSupports, we are driven by a single core value. We make people better. And that's all we do. Thank you.